Thank you for showing up to the ABCs of clean eating. Oh my God, what is clean eating, guys? Clean eating. So I think people get scared with clean eating, right? Like they think I only have to eat like the same thing, right? It's like chicken, rice, and broccoli, um, or whatever else, that you can like just protein, starch, and vegetable, and you just have to eat the same thing. It's like that is not the case. There are plenty of vegetarians out there. There are plenty of pescatarian. Hello over here. I call myself a chicken pescatarian because chicken is still a protein. I still eat, animal meat. I am not fully vegetarian, but chicken is good. Chicken is abundant, but you also do have to watch where you get your meat from, how it's cooked, etc. But we need as humans, we need a source of protein, we need vitamins, minerals, and then we get into all these other scientific terms that I am learning. But like everybody kind of gets it, right? The basics of clean eating. It's not going to McDonald's every day, you know it's not eating frozen food every day. It's not eating carbs for breakfast, lunch, dinner. And when we say carbs too, I'll obviously get into that. But like the simple carbs is what people think: the waffles, the cereal, cheese Danish. I will say I stopped at Starbucks this morning and I got a pumpkin muffin. Didn't eat the whole thing, but I was like, what can I get quick? Running late to this appointment. I had a little bit, but it was like, of course you're going to like it. It's got sugar in it. And it's a carbohydrate, but not the one that we need. So, anyways, who am I? I am Brianna Warner. I am a yoga teacher. I am a holistic nutrition coach. I will guide you on how to eat clean, eat healthy without fad diets, without excess, just really clean, right? Like it's not easy because life is not easy, but it's more effective because you're doing it slow and steady and you're learning how to eat healthy for the long run instead of, taking a pill or getting a weight loss surgery. If anybody watching this is thinking about weight loss surgery or, is taking a pill or has taken a pill, like call me, email me, let's talk. Even if you've had surgery, like let's talk. Because then, too, if you've had the surgery, I can also help you, keep on eating clean. Because I know after surgeries like bariatric, and I know there's newer ones out, where you're doing the weight loss surgery, they do give you like all this paperwork, right? About clean eating, maybe numbers of who to call for a nutritionist. But then if you don't take that initiative, it may fall through, or you may see the nutritionist once, right? So I'm a coach. It's like weeks, right? 12 weeks, 30 days. If more effective is like 3 months, 6 months, but just really teaching you the basics of how to eat healthy for the long run. Because I lost 52 pounds, lost 4 dress sizes, had a baby, did not gain the excess weight because I knew that I did not need those you know, extras that we give ourselves, whether you're pregnant or not, like, oh, I deserve that chocolate. Oh, I deserve that ice cream. Oh my God, I deserve that pitcher of margarita. Like I could go on and on and on, right? Rewarding yourself with food.
And
Um,
I'm going to make one point here.
yes.
Because of her clean eating and not gaining the normal amount of weight, her doctor yelled at her during her pregnancy.
The whole time. Yep, yep. She thought I wasn't eating. And I was like, no, I'm eating healthy. And my job was on my feet. So I was a waitress. So I didn't sit. I think if I sat too, I don't know. Cause I mean, I had a job where I was sitting all the time and I still didn't gain the weight because I knew that I wasn't going to put my computer next to the fridge. Anybody that's working from home, right? We're post pandemic. Anybody working from home, remove yourself from the kitchen. Do not put your computer in the kitchen. Hey, Tana. So we are streaming also on where am I? I think I'm on IG, Facebook, it's the same thing. But I couldn't figure out the computer, so I've got it on my phone over here. I don't know if it's in the shot. But yeah, like really the key to longevity in terms of having a healthy weight, doing that for your kids if you are mothers, or fathers, right? Doing it for your grandkids, doing it for yourself, right? You don't have to have kids to go, oh, I'm going to get back healthy. Like, your kids need to do it for yourself. Your kids want to have a healthy parents. And as a mother and as a wife and as somebody who is also on my own like health and wellness journey, I'm learning, right? As the mother, like I am the head of the household. Like I am the emotional head. I am the one that gave life. However that shows up in families, like the mother is the heart center, right? I see all these memes around where like a day with dad, a day with mom, and a day with dad is like chilling on the couch or playing video games. And then a day with mom is like everybody's all up under you and like you can't go to the bathroom by yourself. So we, as like the center, like the heart of our household, have to keep ourselves healthy and happy. And when the mommy is happy, life is happy, right? What do they say? Happy life, happy wife, right? But when the mom is unhappy, because we are emotional beings, whether we want to or not. If you are feminine or have that, if you are female, if you are assigned female at birth, if you have estrogen, more estrogen in your body than your male counterparts, like we are emotional. And that is just the point blank bottom line. So eating clean will also help regulate your emotions. So hold on, let me see. But here we go. So I had a few more things on here, but clean eating, right? Raw foods, unprocessed foods, nutrient rich. So we're talking about banana, right? Talking about bananas, any fruits, vegetables. If you think about what our ancestors were eating, right? I think that's what the paleo diet is based on, but I don't subscribe to a diet. I just say clean eating, right? Less processed, not processed. Even a lot of vegan snacks can be processed because they're still snacks. If you're eating a vegan muffin, it's still a muffin, right? No one's picking muffins off the muffin bush, but you're picking apples off an apple tree, or even the meat, right? Like I don't do red meat. I counsel my clients not to eat red meat, but if you do, it's like smaller portions, right? We've found that it's very caloric and it will clog your pores, but you also need protein, right? And if you look at other cultures that are outside of the United States, when they do eat meat, it's very small, right? Tana on here is another nutritionist, right? We use our hand, which is really easy to like think about how much you need in on your plate of things, right? So you got to eat your vegetables. You got to drink your water. That like there's no substitute for water. You can't add fillers, you can't add drops, you can't add bubbly stuff. Like do it and do it the clean way. So then yeah, have lemon water. I've been at events where they have like just a fruit water. So they put a bunch of fruit in there. And it gives the water antioxidants and the vitamins and minerals that's in the fruit, and it's a natural way to sweeten it. One thing that I learned from one of my friends, Daphne, while she was getting her nutrition certification, it's like read the labels. And I say if you can't pronounce it, it doesn't belong in your body, right? I also went to school for advertising. So we see all these brands, pretty colors, amazing logos. You got celebrity endorsements. But what are you really eating? Like, what is a Dorito? Blew my whole world up a couple weeks ago because that's my favorite flavor. I let my kid eat it, the blue kind, the Cool Ranch. Turn it around. It's all chemicals. And I get that as kids, we ate that stuff. But if we think about kids, if anybody has kids or knows kids, nieces, nephews that are, ADHD, a little bit hyper than most, or have those emotional problems, if they're eating a diet of high sugar, high chemicals, right? All the processed stuff because it's easy or because they won't be quiet, right? If a kid is screaming, you just give them something sweet, and we have to stop that. You know, again, like they're not getting the nutrients that goes to their brain. They're acting out because they're not getting what goes, they need. Again, water, right? Like kids don't need milk. Don't get me started on milk. That's a whole nother like Zoom. But kids don't need cow's milk. Look it up on your own. Kids don't need sugar. They don't need Kool-Aid. They don't need Gatorade. They don't just water, like straight water. Um, like, and they will have the nutrients that they need for their brain to sit down in class, to process the information, you know. So raw, unprocessed, nutrient rich, water, 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 water. So then I said I was going to talk about the clean 15. I'm sorry. Is it? Yeah, clean 15, dirty dozen. Right. So as we're eating clean and eating fruits and vegetables and eating our meat, we also have to think about organic, right? Because yes, now we're eating healthy, but the FDA okays pesticides to keep bugs off the produce, but they've got chemicals. So when we're thinking about eating clean, right, these fruits and vegetables do not have to be organic, because also with organic comes the price increase, right? So the clean 15 includes things that have like a coating or a rind, right? Like avocado, right? Nothing's going to get through that rind. So you don't need an organic avocado. Sweet corn. I don't know how I feel about that. But pineapple, right? Like you have to cut through the pineapple. And I mean corn. Okay, so yes, corn makes sense because of the husk, right? There's always going to be that husk on it. Cabbage, right? You got to peel the cabbage. Frozen sweet peas. I know people go through their different canning processes. If you're gonna eat frozen, right? Try to do the flash frozen. I have nothing wrong with frozen fruits and vegetables. I often counsel my clients if they're eating or they're doing smoothies, right? Instead of doing fresh fruit and ice, you cut out the middleman and just do frozen fruit. So then it's all, it's all cold for you. Let's see, onions, again, peeling the onions, asparagus. You gotta really like cook asparagus, mangoes, papaya, kiwi, eggplant, honeydew. Oh, I see the typo. Thanks, Mom. She texted me and told me that honeydew said honeydrew, but you get it. Melon, grapefruit, cantaloupe, cauliflower, right? And I think cauliflower is on here because you do have to boil it, but I guess it does come, it's like a lettuce thing, right? Where it's wrapped up. So it's wrapped up in its own leaves. You gotta extract what you actually eat out of the leaves. So in terms of organic, it's safe to buy non-organic of these 15. So we can save some money, right? Because unfortunately, eating healthy costs more, and it doesn't make sense. Like, why is a burger $5 and a salad 12? But instead of going, well, I don't have enough money, which we also know is not true because people will spend money on what they want to spend on, and sometimes they don't prioritize and spend it on what they need to. But when I was going through my weight loss journey, I wasn't cooking for myself at the time, and I was like, okay, I need to invest in my health. So I know a burger is $5 and a salad is 12, but I'm going to pay that $12 because I'm going to invest in my health. And real talk, guys, if you don't invest in your health, a burger is $5, a salad is 12, diabetes medication is insert price here. Hypertension medication is insert price here. Constant doctor appointments, just feeling heavy and like not being able to move. Like, I think the price of the salad is worth so much more than the $12. So now we have the dirty dozen. So this is where you do want to eat these. Obviously, you want to eat strawberries, apples, nectarines, but because of the pesticides, you have to wash them. So I would say get a vegetable fruit wash, right? Or wash them with soap. I guess I would do like the fruit wash. Um, Vinegar is good, something natural. Um, and I will say as a busy mom, sometimes it's just water. Water over and over again, for maybe 2-3 minutes. Because I ran out of wash or whatever. But strawberries, apples, nectarines, peaches. Oh, love peaches. But yeah, you either splurge for organic and still wash, or just wash them. You always got to wash your food, because again, a lot of companies, they pay for that organic label and they still may not be practicing fully organically. Again, there's nothing you can do about that. What you can do as an informed consumer is wash your fruits and vegetables, right? Kale, sweet bell peppers, right? Tomatoes, hot peppers, kale, collard greens, anything like that, like you're going to be eating from the ground. Like, you can pick grapes off the vine, right? And if there's no pesticides, it's just fine. um, so yeah, and all of these, they're going to give you the nutrients that you need, right? Again, thinking about our ancestors before the Industrial Revolution, before McDonald's, fruits, vegetables, meat, and you only ate until you were full. Um, and yeah, man, I could say so much. I'm trying to really keep it confined to this like 30 minutes, because I am very conscious of your time. But so when we're talking about clean eating, right? And I know right here it says clean eating at a restaurant, right? But clean eating in general, you want to think about protein, your complex carbohydrates, so not the waffles. I just gave my grandmother lunch, and I gave her the chicken that my husband air fried in the air fryer, like little chicken drummies, and then a banana on the side. And that's a complex carbohydrate, right? And I go, instead of chicken and waffles, we should have chicken and banana, because you get what you need, you get your protein, it doesn't have to be fried. And, like, she also needs to take a potassium pill, and we run out of a potassium pill, but we got bananas and they're cheaper than potassium pills. So yeah, you don't need, and I know, everything in moderation. So if you want to go get fried chicken and waffles because there's this great brunch spot and you want to go there for your birthday and take your girlfriends, like, no one is faulting you for that. Just don't eat it every day, right? And everything in moderation. So whether you're eating out at a restaurant or eating at home, right? So protein, grilled chicken breast, grilled salmon. If you're eating beef, grilled steak. Um, Again, I would stay away from red meat. I would do turkey. So turkey burgers, I do the salmon burgers, do chicken burgers. Because red meat consumption here in the United States is rampant, right? It's giving people too much and clogging pores and all of that. So I do say be cautious of red meat. So like lean protein, chicken, fish, turkey, right? And then of course, right, I live in Wisconsin, people hunt. So you'll have venison, you'll have duck. If people live in the South, it's like gator, and again, like moderation, because right, venison is going to be a delicacy. If you think about a deer, I don't know, it'll be lean meat, I guess. Um, I used to eat lamb. Lamb, if you think about the animal, it's a little fatty, right? So I'm not really big on the fat, but again, everything in moderation. I mean, I think lamb is a little leaner because again, to go back to the milk, goat milk is so much less processed than cow's milk in this country. So if you are gonna do like a milk from an animal, do goat's milk. But otherwise, I am all for nut milk, almond, oat milk, right? Coconut milk if you want something sweet. Um, so fats, avocado, guacamole, nuts, seeds, like the healthy fats, right? Beverages, water, sparkling water if you need the fizz, tea, coffee. Shiloh, I'm gonna call you out because at her wedding, I thought it was so creative. They had the soda station, right? So if you want soda and you want something healthy, you can do something like that at a wedding. You can do it with your kids, like make healthy soda. I see you unmuted, Shiloh. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we did like make your own, and it was seltzer water and syrup. And so you just put a little bit of the syrup in, you had your fizz, and it was enough, and it was fun, and you could create your own flavors. And but yeah, like you can do that with your kids. You can do that at home. You don't need to have conventional sodas because you don't need all that sugar, and you can control how much sugar you're putting in your body when you are adding your own syrups. So it's fun.
Hmm. Yeah, right. And you don't do it every day, right? But on a fun occasion, like a wedding or, hey guys, we're gonna make soda today on a hot summer day, right? Like as parents, we have to get our kids involved. Because if we're taking the lazy route, and yes, if anybody feels like they're a lazy parent and eats out all the time, I'm gonna call you out. Like you got to take responsibility. Everybody has the smarts to know like McDonald's every day is not healthy for me and it's not healthy for your kids or my kids, right? So it's okay to make those mistakes, right? Like we're human. And as a busy mom, like we want convenience. We want nothing but convenience. But at what cost, right? So yeah, McDonald's every now and then, but not every day, right? Chick-fil-A every now and then, but not every day, and getting your kids involved in the cooking process. Um, I'm gonna be making more videos. My husband is very healthy too, and he made last night because he had a work thing, um, these protein brownies. And the protein is black bean, and you eat it and you cannot even tell that black beans are in there. They're like gooey and delicious. And every time he likes to one up himself and make these things more healthy. So I think last night he put like coconut sugar in it because I could taste the coconut sugar, but like healthy. And then he just wanted to get it done. So it wasn't a family project, but we've done that as a family with the kids. Then they get to get in on that process and make this healthy snack, which has cacao instead of, more processed chocolate. But again, everything in moderation. I used to make excuses for myself saying I needed chocolate milk every day or milk chocolate every day. The Hershey's 300-calorie bar. I looked at it one day and I was like, how many calories is it? 300 calories. And I had 2 bars a day. And it was all at the wrong times at night and early in the morning because I was living my best life in New York and working as a waitress. But then again, I had all the fried food. Like, what do you do when you work overnight like that? It's all fried food, right? Chicken and waffles, French fries, chicken tenders, pizza. And then, you're in your 20s. What do you do after you get off at 2 a.m.? You go to the diner with your coworkers and some of the comedians. And so we ate more, at 2, 3, 4 in the morning. So, I want to go back into complex carbs, guys, right? Because I know people are like, carbs, get the carbs away from me. It's the simple carbs. It's the waffles, it's the bagels, it's the, insert high, simple carb here, like complex carbs, baked potatoes, sweet potatoes. I would do sweet potatoes over baked potatoes because they're a little bit more starchy and that turns into sugar. Again, if you've got diabetes, fries, but maybe air fried or sweet potato fries, like anything that you would cook with potatoes switch it to sweet potatoes and you get more beta carotene. I forget what else sweet potatoes have in it, but it's orange, so it's really good for you, your blood, your eyes, your vision, right? Another good carb, right? Carrots, if we're thinking about oranges, or peppers, right? We got green, red, bell peppers, eggplant, and eggplant. So then also when we're thinking about protein, if you are thinking vegan, eggplant paired with another vegan protein too is really good, because usually like people do eggplant parmesan where they insert the eggplant instead of the chicken, right? Or you're doing vegan burgers instead of regular burgers. So yeah, so again, eat when you're eating out, right? Get the salad. Oh, side salad. If you take anything away from this webinar, when you are eating out, side salads are your friend. Spend the $5, the $3 to $5 extra on a side salad. And then order whatever you want to order. I usually lean protein. You get like, I'll do the sweet potato fries if I want to, if they have a vegan burger for me. Or the rice pilaf. It's okay. Rice is fine, depending on what type of rice it is or how you cook it. Again, everything in moderation. You don't want to have a whole plate full of white rice. Be small. But like quinoa, right? Or opt for the seasonal vegetables on the side. If you want a loaded baked potato, then make that choice. But just know that, okay, this may not be the healthier choice. And then, maybe tomorrow I'll make sure I, get back on the horse, so to speak, right? Like you don't have to throw the whole baby away with the bathwater, right? Like if you have one piece of cake, one cupcake, like your whole diet or your whole way of eating, if been going up to that part and trying to lose weight, like it's not over. Like don't give up. And you can have like treat meals. I heard this the other day, right? I don't like cheat meals because it seems like you're cheating, right? But you're treating yourself. So yeah, if you go to a birthday party, have that piece of cake. Maybe split that piece of cake with somebody else, right? My husband and I always like to split the stuff, so we portion control. If you're at a girls event, split a piece of cake with somebody. Cupcake. I love if I can portion control the sweets. So like birthday parties, I like ordering cupcakes because then everybody has their own little cupcake. And then you don't have half a sheet cake lying around trying to figure out what to do with that. Yeah, like you don't have to throw everything away just because you had a drink with the girls. Or, it's football season. What is it now? It's football season, right? So it's okay to have a beer. Like, don't overdo it. And then also know what you're eating, what you're drinking. A lot of people don't think about the liquid calories, right? Is that it? Oh, I think that's the end of that presentation. But like liquid calories, right? Right. We have beverages here, right? If you think about the alcohol, that's liquid calories that metabolizes into fat. But then there's also all the adverse effects of alcohol, which again, I would need like a whole day to go over because people just overdo it, right? It's okay to have one drink. You just don't overdo it. It's okay to have one cupcake. It's okay to indulge in these things that are processed and taste good. Just don't do it all the time. Same thing with good things, right? Like I will be very candid and TMI here, right? I one day was like, dude, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And so every chance I got, I ate an apple and I had too much fiber. And what happened next, if you can guess it, was I had trouble going to the bathroom and unfortunately hurt myself in that area. And I'm like, I will never indulge on a good thing again because apples are good, right? I'm over here preaching, eat your fruits, eat your vegetables. But if you have too much, right? Apples are great with fiber and their vitamins, but I gave myself way too much. And so it was an overload. Your body can't process all that fiber. So yeah, everything in moderation, guys. water is the only thing that you should be overindulging in. Even as a healthy person, I know I'm not getting enough water. But yeah, everything in moderation. So what comes after this? Huh? Oh, hold on. I'm trying to, I have to stop sharing and then get something else over because I have, oh, here we go. There it is. So you guys can see this. Share my desktop. So, like I told you in the beginning, I am a weight loss coach, natural, right? Holistic. Not only will I coach you on what to eat, we'll talk about mindfulness. You know, there's a lot of times and even backstories, right? I was talking to a fellow mother, right? And she told me that she finds herself eating really fast, and she pinned it to a time in high school where when she got to lunch and she sat down, there wasn't a lot of time. So she was just fast eating. And so yeah, I'll help you kind of like break those blocks. We'll talk about mindful eating and like slowing down. You know, I will give you that personalized touch. I mean, I'm your cheerleader. You already see my energy. I'm like, go, go, go. You know, I didn't used to be like this. Like, I was depressed. I was really depressed. And I am very open about my health and wellness journey, you know, because it has everything to do with what you're eating and what you're ingesting in terms of social media, books, you know, news and all that stuff. Even people, you know, if you find somebody that's not very healthy for you, you know, you want to steer clear because everything's about energy. You want to be in a positive energy so that you can radiate energy. So, you know, I have found things like healthy eating. I also am a yoga teacher. You know, and some people don't dig yoga, and that's cool. Just move your body. Like, the key to a long and happy and stress less life, because everybody's going to have stress, whether it's first world stress or like real third world stress, right? Like, everybody's going to have stress. It's all in how you react to it, right? So I will again talk about just being mindful in your holistic way of breaking those generational curses, you know, if I were to be frank. But does anybody have any questions? Nothing? That's cool. I also forgot to say where you can find me. I mean, you lovely ladies have my direct phone number, but anybody else, I mean, BriannaWarner.com. As you can see, Warner is spelled a little differently. Um, but I'm on social media. You can see it's here on the Zoom, WOHNER, but BriannaWarner.com. We'll talk about health, wellness. Subscribe to my newsletter. I will be dropping a podcast soon. It's like on the front of my brain. So I'll have the podcast, I've got my newsletter. And then too, when I post this on YouTube, I'll have the recipes that actually come. Because look at this. Oh, I got a grocery shopping list, but like this whole ebook has recipes. Look at this: oatmeal cookies, gluten-free oatmeal, right? You can make oatmeal cookies. And Shiloh, I know you like cooking. Cacao coconut balls, beef or chicken fajita bowls, right? Like healthy, delicious stuff. What is this? A tuna wrap. So I will personally send you guys this, and it'll also be in the comments below somewhere on the YouTube page where you can click on it and get all these recipes. But thank you so much, guys, for coming. Look at this Greek yogurt berry parfait, super healthy, yummy. Like, and you can just like do whatever you want with it. Um, but yeah, thanks for coming, guys. Thank you so much. So, yeah, check me out on my Facebook, check me out on my Instagram, check me out on um my email list. I do have a challenge coming up that starts next week. It is the 30-day weight loss challenge, fall fit challenge, right? For 30 days. I'm going to give you support. Um we'll talk about yoga. If you want yoga, we can throw yoga in there. I know a lot of my weight loss clients don't give two craps about yoga, but like I have workout videos in there for you. If you want yoga, talk to me. If you just want the workout videos are there for you, but you get me for 30 days to like push you and motivate you. Questions. We have a community, so we'll have a community app too, where you can, just commiserate with other people that are doing this challenge, that are either starting a weight loss journey, restarting a weight loss journey, because we are a community, right? It takes a village, whether you're raising kids or you're raising yourself, right? We are not meant to be alone. So as a village, I thank you guys again for showing up. Hit me up on my website. And we're out. Thank you guys.